Hello Darts Nuts, welcome to Darts Review channel. In this video I'm going to be having a look at the new Unicorn Gary Anderson World Champion Phase 5 darts, and these are from the new Unicorn 2022 range, so let's check them out. So I've got the 23 gram version, the 90% tungsten. You can also get them in 21, 22, 24 and 25 grams steel tip and 18 and 20 grams in soft tip, and the retail for £72.95. So the darts come in the Unicorn Deluxe player packaging. You've got this outer sleeve and it's made of a tough cardboard, and on the left hand side you got the description of the darts, on the right you got the player profile, and in the middle the darts come fitted with the Gripper 4 two-tone element stems in between size, and they also come with the new Phase 5 AR2 flights. The AR2 flights is kind of like a different shape to the standards. Underneath that you've got an extra 2 sets of the Gripper 4 stems, again in between, one blue and one clear, and you got 3 sets of extra flights. You got the big wing, the AR2 and the small standard. Just wanted to show you a close-up first of the Unicorn Volute points, and these have got a kind of a spiral cut, but you'll probably see it on the video to follow, but you can see the cuts quite clear in the picture there. So as you can see, it's the classic Gary Anderson straight barrel dart, quite a longish thin barrel with the classic bull nose. You got the 2 blue stripes at the front to represent the 2 World Championship wins, and the bulk of the barrel is made of this thin double ring grip, so fairly grippy there. But the unique feature, as with the Code Andersons that I reviewed before, is the rear grip, and that's made out of Morse code dots and dashes which spell the player's name, and these have kind of been coloured in what look to be a silvery chrome colour, so slightly shiny on them. I think that code grip on the rear has parts of it that may feel more grippy than the front, but I think overall this section is probably a little bit more grippier. So here's a more detailed close look. As you can see, it's a double thin ring grip for the bulk of the barrel, and then on the rear section you've got the dots and dashes, which is the code grip. There's the Gripper 4 element stems, kind of a two-tone with speckly glitter things in it, and the new Phase 5 flights, and this is in the AR2 shape, so it's not quite a standard shape, but as you can see there's kind of a embossed tartan effect on the flight. The dart's fitted with the Unicorn Volute 28mm points. It's got a slightly tapered bull nose, that's 3.1mm. Then the bulk of the barrel is made of this double thin ring grip. In between the rings it's quite narrow, then in between each set of rings it's slightly wider, that's 29.1mm, and then on the rear of the barrel it's the code grip, that's 15.8mm, and then you've got a smooth section on the end of 4.2mm. Length is 52.2mm, width is 6.4mm. 23.2 grams. 23.2 grams again, and 23.23 grams. Full setup 24.8 grams. With nothing attached, the balance is just a little front of centre, and with the supplied setup it moves very slightly behind the centre point, and this is the balance with medium in between short nylon stems and standard flights. Overall, I don't think this is as grippy as the Anderson cord darts that I reviewed, and I'll show you why in a minute when I compare the two barrels, but I've given it 7 for the double thin ring grip and 6 for the cord grip, and obviously 1 for the smooth sections. Right, so I don't know if it's a trick of the light, but on the cord grip above, the grooves look kind of more square cut, and the rings to me look more sharper and they're slightly thinner. So I'm pretty sure that was a little bit more grippier, but the cord grip section definitely looks more sharper on the top dart than it does on the bottom. It kind of looks flattish on the bottom one. Thought it was all going to be in the ones there. Obviously, I've reviewed the Gary Anderson darts quite a few times now, so pretty much what I've said in all the other reviews still applies. It's your classic straight barrel ring grip. So if you like a fairly longish, thinnish dart, then probably going to be happy with these. I'm a little bit curious about the ring grip though. It usually feels more grippy when I come to throw them, but I don't think overall it doesn't feel quite as grippy as it was on the cord version. I don't really know why that might be. Might be just that it's not as sharply cut or something. But I think the actual cord grip on the rear, it's definitely a little bit less grippy than it was on the others. To me, it just doesn't look as deeply cut or as sharply angled, so whether that's been deliberate, I don't know. Those volute points though, they do stick in quite well. I'm just not sure about twisting the dart as you pull them out though, because it's got them kind of cuts spiraling. I don't want it to be cutting the fibres, so I'll try the middle section now. When I've looked at the close pictures of Gary Anderson grip though on the dart, he doesn't seem to be strictly at the front or strictly at the middle, but he's kind of like across it there. But I don't think he's on that rear grip, so obviously it's just a feature, but maybe some people might prefer the cord grip to the ring grip. But like all things, just getting the chance to try them. I definitely throw them better from the front though. A little better on them too. Well, I've gone off that one. My fingers are actually hurting at the moment. I don't know why. I can't think what I've done to make them hurt. It's just arthritis playing up. It just happens. So I try the cord grip, and like I said, I think that's less grippy this time, but I'm going to make sure that I'm on it fully. That was weird. Them two very smooth through the air, but nowhere near the target. The thing with this cord grip though, because it's kind of like uniquely made up with dots and dashes to spell the player's name, it's kind of a little bit less uniform than the ring grip. So like I've said before, you may find parts of it that feels more grippy than other parts, but also some people may be put off by the fact that it's not totally uniform. It's not really a massive issue, but depends how sensitive you are to it, I guess. There you go. Shanghai. So there you go, that's the Unicorn Gary Anderson World Champion Phase 5. I gotta get it right. It's getting harder to come out with all these different models and different versions. I suppose strictly it's Gary Anderson World Championship Phase 5 with code grip, but there you go. So your classic straight barrel ring grip, like I've said many times, it'll work for most people. Should be a nice one for front and middle grippers. I think for rear grippers on this one, not quite as grippy, so if you don't need a lot of grip, you may want to give it a try. But nicely packaged, nice for collectors as well. But I suppose you have to ask yourself, do you need another Gary Anderson set? If you're a collector, then you probably do, but if not, then you've got to decide. I still think the gold version was my favourite out of them all though. So I'll leave you with the gallery. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so, and I'll see you on the next one. Happy darting.